freezing mark, as we are well above freezing right now. And we'll talk about how all of this precipitation is going to come in over the weekend after we take a look at the temperatures in Longview. 53 right now, east-northeast winds at 8 miles per hour. Now, this is the weekend winter storm, how things should be once it's all over working out. We'll have liquid rain, and that should stay liquid down to the south there, south of the Houston, San Antonio area. We have an area which will have freezing rain and sleet. That will take in all of our East Texas area. So from here across the hill country and back into the Big Bend of Texas, we'll see that freezing rain and sleet. Snow will be primarily to the north there in the Panhandle and South Plains. Precipitation types on Friday will start with rain, changing over to freezing rain in the northwestern corner of the area there around Sulphur Springs, the Emory vicinity, and the rest of East Texas will remain with all liquid rain at that point. Friday night, though, we'll start to see the freezing temperatures moving in, and that will change over to freezing rain from I-30 down to I-20 and should begin to affect travel in those areas. It will remain all liquid rain down to the south or the southern half of East Texas in what we call the deep East Texas area, of course. Precipitation types on Saturday, sleet and freezing rain where you see the blue, where you see the pink, that is freezing rain, but all of East Texas should begin to get the winter mix by that time there on Saturday. Saturday night, everything continues. We'll have a chance for some sleet and snow in the northern areas there north of I-20 where you see the blue, and then we'll see the darker blue with sleet and freezing rain from around I-20 southward into the Lufkin vicinity. Freezing rain will fall south of there, so from Trinity County over across Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend, we'll continue to see freezing rain. Finally, precipitation types on Sunday start with some sleet and snow in the morning over the northern half of the area, sleet and freezing rain where you see the purplish blue there over deep East Texas. And then after that, after all of this moves out, which should be happening around noontime, then we'll see the temperatures stay below freezing for another 24 to 36 hours or so. So we could see those freezing temperatures last as long as Tuesday, and after that start to melt all of that ice that we do accumulate over the weekend. Right now we're having no problems, so well above the freezing mark with our temperatures in the 50s. Forecast highs say we'll be in the 50s over the northern two-thirds of the area. See some 60s down in deep East Texas, and those temperatures, of course, will be keeping things from freezing. Friday morning, we'll see our temperatures down into the 40s with a few 30s to the north there from Jefferson up to Linden and Texarkana. Those will be high 30s in those areas. Friday afternoon, we'll see our temperatures in the 40s over the northern half of the area, 50s down to the south, but the colder air will be oozing its way southward across the area, and so any precipitation that falls will be have a chance to change over to some freezing rain and sleet. Now today we're expecting a high of 59. Some patchy dense fog early this morning that dropped the visibilities down in the I-30 corridor to near zero, but the rest of the day we're going to be mostly cloudy with an east wind at 5 miles per hour. Tonight expect a low near 44, mostly cloudy, east winds at 5, and tomorrow expect a high near 49 degrees, cloudy, and we'll start to see some rain showers move in during the day. They will get heavier as we move into the latter part of the afternoon, especially in northern portions of the area then. Winds will be in the process of shifting out of the northeast 5 to 10 with gusts up to 20 miles per hour as that much colder air begins to make its way across the East Texas area. 7-day forecast. Freezing rain as early as Friday night. That will continue Saturday and on into Sunday morning. By noontime, it should be wrapping up there as far as the precipitation is concerned. But then as we get into next week, we will see some sunshine and those very cold temperatures, which could stay below freezing on up to Tuesday, and temperatures down into the single digits there Monday morning. Deep East Texas, similar conditions for you, and you will see your freezing rain ending by midday on Sunday. Sunshine and finally getting warmer next week. Check that forecast anytime at KETK.com.